Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Envy, and today's face-off is between the Google Nexus S and the HTC Desire HD. Now before we kick this off, make sure you stop by smartphoneenvy.com, check out the winner of our face-off. Also, there'll be some photos and video posted from both of the contestants as well as my written review, so make sure you stop by, check that out. All right, let's kick off our face-off. Google Nexus S quad-band GSM tri-band 3G, runs on the 900, 1700, and 2100 3G networks. Weighs in at a very light 129 grams. Build quality, you've got a high-grade plastic rim that encompasses the entire display, which is itself curved, which you can see there. Battery cover covers portions of the bottom, sides, and top, and is made out of a rubberized plastic. Got a nice metal accent around the camera. Just to the right of that is the LED flash, and further right is the phone speaker. All right, on the bottom, micro USB port, excuse me, I had to itch my nose. Micro USB port, microphone, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right hand side is the power and lock key, and on the left hand side is the volume rocker. Alright, Desire HD, quad band GSM, dual band 3G, 900 and 2100 3G networks. Weighs in at 164 grams. Build quality, case is made out of aluminum. Encompasses the entire display, as well as a major portion of the back of the phone. It's got a nice texture coating on it, so it feels solid in your hand. Battery cover is made out of a rubberized plastic, as is the SIM card and micro SD card cover, and also a piece around the dual LED flash. Just to the right of the flash is the 8-megapixel camera, and to the right of that is the speaker. On the bottom, 3.5mm headphone jack, micro USB port, as well as the microphone. On top is the power and lock key, and on the left-hand side is the volume rocker. All right, cameras. The Nexus S comes with a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, LED flash, and geotagging. Video capture is WVGA at 30 frames per second. It does not offer 720p HD video capture. On the Desire HD, you've got an 8-megapixel camera with dual LED flash, autofocus, geotagging, and face detection. And video capture is 720p HD. As far as the batteries, Nexus S has a 1500 milliamp battery rated at 6 hours and 40 minutes of talk time on 3G. The Desire HD has only a 1230 milliamp battery rated at 5 hours and 30 minutes of talk time on 3G. You do not have to remove the battery, replace or exchange the micro SD card on the Desire HD. Alright, displays. The Nexus S offers Samsung's 4-inch Super AMOLED capacitive touch display, showing 480 by 800 pixels that has a fingerprint resistant coating over the display itself. Offers multi-touch, accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, as well as a 3-axis gyro sensor. In the upper right hand corner, you've got a front-facing VGA camera for video calls, and below the display you have 4 touch sensitive keys, a home key, search key, main menu key, and back key. On the Desire HD, you've got a 4.3-inch LCD capacitive touch display, also showing 480 by 800 pixels. It also offers multi-touch, accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, as well as a 3-axis gyro sensor. There is no front-facing camera for video calls. It also has 4 touch-sensitive keys below the display: search key, back key, main menu key, and home key. The memory on the Nexus S, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM. It does not have support for micro SD cards. The Desire HD has 1.5 gigabytes of internal storage, 768 megabytes of RAM, and internal storage can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. Both of the phones offer Wi-Fi 802.11 BGNN with support for DLNA. Both of the phones have Bluetooth with version 2.1 with support for A2DP. Both of the phones have GPS with support for AGPS, and both offer Google Maps. Both of the phones can be used as Wi-Fi hotspots. The processor on the Nexus S is a Samsung Hummingbird 1 GHz processor. On the Desire HD, it's Qualcomm Snapdragon QSD 8255 1 GHz processor. The operating system on the Nexus S is Android 2.3 Gingerbread, and on the Desire HD, it's Android 2.2 Froyo with HTC Sense. All right, let's kick off our YouTube comparison, and I'll see if I can't get these even. They're both running off the same Wi-Fi network. And they're both set to show video in HQ.
Thursday, April 8th, 2010. Today's a fun day because we start off with a study about women, specifically that in a woman's lifetime she will spend about 3 years shopping, just buying shit. Tina, let's go shopping. We have to go shopping for like every day, which would almost sound like an exaggeration, but it shows that in a year, a woman has about 301 So for those of you not familiar with calendars or time, it means a woman shops.
You can see the layout's a little different, and the way the phones react are a little different with Gingerbread. Let's try one more. That was pretty close again.
Interwebs, it is Monday, February 8th, 2010. Today is, of course, the day after the Super Bowl, the most important day for commercials. Go Saints. Before we jump into thrust of the commercials last night came down to 3 good ones. Denny's Screaming Chickens. Yep, it's gonna take a lot of eggs. A Google ad that shows that we use Google for everything we do. And of course, my personal favorite, Motorola putting Megan Fox in a bathtub.
This little guy from Motorola has Moto Blur. He pulls all of my important stuff and lets me update my networks all at once. Wonder what would happen.
Alright, I had to wait for the Megan Fox portion of that, so I ran it too long. The Desire HD loaded both of the videos ahead of the Nexus S, and there's a look at YouTube. Let's run our navigation test. I'll try and kick them off at the same time. Navigate to McDonald's.
Head southwest on Landsberg Circle towards Cobain Way, then turn left at Cobain Way.
Then turn left at Lavender Road.
Alright, the Nexus S seemed to get there just a little bit quicker. Got them set on satellite. Let's see how well they redraw. And the Nexus S is very quick. About the same. I think the Nexus S feels a little quicker on the redraw. Again, it's someplace populated. All right, there's a look at our navigation test between the Nexus S and Desire HD. All right, what do you say we run our unofficial speed test? It's going to have to be unofficial because I downloaded the Quadrant Standard Benchmark application on both of the handsets and I couldn't get it to function properly on the Nexus S. I don't know if it's because it's Gingerbread 2.3, but it kept kicking back to the beginning and wouldn't run all the way through. So we have to do unofficial. So we'll start with Gmail. And that definitely seemed to be the Nexus S. And I went in and downloaded Task Killer and ran it before this. And that was definitely the Nexus S as well. Let's open up Google Maps. And there we go. That was definitely the Nexus S. And let's open up the cameras on both. And that seemed to be the Nexus S as well. And let's try the gallery. And that was definitely the Nexus S as well. Now there are some photos in the gallery of the Desire HD, but that definitely seems that the Nexus S runs faster when opening applications.